Picture this. You're a 2,000-pound bull. You have horns the size of human arms and muscles that can crush stone. And yet, you are currently being backed into a corner by an 8-pound bird that looks like a giant angry sock with wings. It doesn't matter if you're a professional athlete, a 200-pound German Shepherd, or a literal SUV. When a goose decides you're in its way, you move. We've all seen the viral videos, the frantic running, the flapping, the high-pitched screams of people who realize too late that they are not at the top of this specific food chain. But why? Why does the goose possess a level of confidence that defies the laws of physics and biology? How did a migratory bird become the official final boss of the local park? First, let's talk about the hardware. A goose isn't just a duck that went to the gym and developed a personality disorder. Evolution has kitted these birds out for both psychological and physical combat in ways that are frankly disturbing. Let's look at the mouth. If you've never seen the inside of a goose's mouth, consider yourself lucky. They have what are called tomia. These aren't teeth in the traditional sense, but serrated ridges made of stiff cartilage that line the edges of their beaks. And it gets worse, they have them on their tongues too. These aren't for chewing. Geese don't have molars, they are for grip. When a goose bites you, it isn't just a pinch, it's a latch. They grab hold of skin, clothing, or hair, and then use their powerful, flexible necks to twist and shake. It's designed to rip stubborn aquatic vegetation out of the mud, but it works just as well on your shins. Then there's the wing buffet. A goose's wing is essentially a feathered, aerodynamic baseball bat. Because they are migratory, their wing bones are incredibly dense and strong to withstand the stress of flying thousands of miles. They are powered by massive pectoral muscles that make up about 25% of their total body weight. When a goose strikes you with the bend or the spur of its wing, it can deliver enough force to bruise bone, cause hematomas, or even break the skin. They are one of the few birds that will actually lead a physical charge using their arms as blunt force weapons. But the real weapon isn't the beak or the wings, it's the mindset. A goose operates on a philosophy of total war. Most animals have a fight or flight response. The goose has a fight or fight harder response. This stems from a unique social structure built on extreme territoriality. During nesting season, their protective instinct isn't just high, it's pathological. C. A goose doesn't evaluate risk versus reward the way a dog or a cat might. A dog looks at a human and calculates the odds. A goose doesn't look at a grizzly bear and think, I might lose this. It thinks, I'm going to make this bear's life so miserable for the next 5 minutes that it decides a fish is easier to catch than I am. This is a survival strategy called aposematism through behavior. By acting completely insane, they convince much larger predators that the caloric reward of eating a goose isn't worth the structural damage they'll take to get it. It's the crazy guy on the subway strategy, and in the animal kingdom, it works flawlessly. Furthermore, their social intelligence is off the charts. Studies show that geese can recognize individual human faces and remember them for years. If you were the kid who threw a pebble at them in 2022, don't be surprised if that same goose hisses at you in 2026. They don't just protect their nests, they hold multi-generational grudges. Look at that S-curved neck. When a goose lowers its head and stretches its neck out parallel to the ground, it isn't looking for snacks. That is a tactical threat display. It lowers their center of gravity, makes them aerodynamic for a lunge, and presents the smallest possible target to an opponent. Then comes the hiss. That sound isn't just a noise, it's a vibration you can feel in your chest. It's a primal warning that the goose honk is about to escalate into a goose charge. The hiss is actually an evolutionary carryover from their dinosaur ancestors, a sound meant to signal that all diplomacy has failed. What makes them truly dangerous, though, is the flock dynamic. Geese are highly social and operate with a gang mentality. When one goose decides to go into battle, the rest of the squad acts as backup. If the lead goose starts winning, the others will often join in to overwhelm the intruder. It's a coordinated neighborhood watch with zero chill and no concept of retreating with honor.